Well, I come on here to tell y'all a little stuff as what's coming up for the new year. I did kind of mention to all that I had ordered a new tripod for my tablet and, something else to go with it, a little Bluetooth ear mouthpiece I told you all about. And so that was originally scheduled to be delivered today, but I got a little notice from Amazon that they kind of had a little struggle in the shipment, so it wouldn't be here until next Friday. So take care of that. I mentioned to you all over Christmas, and on for a Christmas present, I kind of got some new undershirts. This is kind of one of my new ones. You can tell it's much fresher looking than the ones I've worn for the last videos, and so I kind of wanted to show a little of that. And for one thing, I'd say that as far as this is coming along, probably might have little other stuff to share as far as what I've kind of spent a little time to carve. Anyway, I've done a video on these foxes before when I carved them out of cherry and walnut, but this one is from Kentucky Coffee Tree. I just got finished carving it, got another one like it to carve, and got this little, what's going to be a black lab, even though it's made out of dark green poplar, because when poplar is soaked in the linseed oil, it turns kind of a blackish color, so that's kind of how this is supposed to turn out when we get done. I know for sure I showed you all these parrots I've been working on, just got finished carving the last one today. I've been doing some cleaning up in this area, and hopefully we'll find a certain Dremel piece that I need, because sometimes I lay those bits in just random places and forget where I laid them, and they just sometimes get lost in all the clutter. It can especially be that way when it's as busy as it's been lately for the holiday season. Wanted to tell you all some other things I plan to kind of look up and do over these next few weeks, and I will tell you all that over the past few days I've been some places and been to Dick's Sporting Goods where I've kind of tried to find new canopies, because that old canopy I had, it was cheap from Walmart and it was coming apart, so had to throw it out in the trash. And those weights, I tell you, that I had for it, those weights were just no good, so I went by to look at some more, try to find some better ones, and sure enough, from all that I could really find out there in places, it just so happened that, the salesman at Dick's Sporting Goods told me that from what I was looking at, that I would probably just have the same result with the only weights they had in the store, but seen some on Amazon that seemed to be better, like they might hold down a little bit better. You can kind of get them in either 16 or 115 pounds, and just these little hollow containers, you either fill them with water or sand, and they kind of help hold it down. And I'm definitely needing some new weights and a new canopy as well. More than likely we'll be out to do some purchasing of that stuff over the next few months, because I've got there's some outdoor shows coming up. I'm hoping I might be able to do them this year, and am going to really have to need the right things in order to set up the canopies and do those shows. So we're looking into some stuff to come up for the new year. We don't know whether if tomorrow or New Year's Day I'm going to be back on or not, but did want to come on just to kind of give you all little previews as to how things have been, what things I've been doing, and there's little blanks I've made. I spent a little time on the saw lately because, it was just a good time when I was off of work and could be less tired and more attentive, more able to saw safely, so we kind of worked about that as well. I do also want to mention how it's been these past few weeks. I've kind of also just had a little bit more time to spend on social media to kind of correspond with some people and try to make and be as a friend to as many as I could, try to be the best I could to as many people. And that's one of the things where I've done some reaching out and kind of tried having a whole lot to say, and there's just so much more to learn and to know from people and how it all goes, because there's just those who they can kind of make your days with their posts. And I was over at the coffee house yesterday and talked to a lady who I met a few months back at an 80s party there, and we became Facebook friends, and told me I make her day every time I send her a message, because sometimes I just get out there and kind of get a little funny sometimes with what I post and share and say, and sometimes I just like to tell little stories sometimes, and just think there's probably a couple uncles in my life. I mean, one on each side of the family that I probably could have inherited that from either one of. So little do we know, there's little things in life that we all just kind of know how we say and do. Been to the movie to see Wonka twice, saw it last night for the second time. Saw a lot of neat things go on in it, and I tell y'all, I mean, sometimes I see previews months ahead and can't wait for something to come out so I can see it. And then I'd say, for one thing, I've just kind of gotten to the point where it's a good thing I've been able to use my Square debit card to make my purchases, because I can't really transfer it to my bank account without really getting any charge. So that's kind of why it was just better to kind of spend off of that card if you could, because that's how it has gone with the sales I've made and with things I've needed in places, and it's just been a real thing to come in handy. Sometimes I kind of look at my watch to see the times of the day, but today I kind of guess I needed a little extra sleep and a little extra rest, so I slept a little later than I usually do today. But have had a lot of mornings I've just been waking up early from strange little dreams, and sometimes the way those strange little dreams just happen to us in life, we wake up from them and get relieved from them. Sometimes we just don't always remember what they were, because they just kind of come and go so fast that we just don't really think all that much about them. And then, when we kind of wake up from them, we kind of always got to be thankful things are just not real life to us. But it's strange how these days I just don't remember the dreams I have anymore the night before, but still remember dreams I had when I was a kid and share stories with my friends about them. So it all just kind of gets a little strange here and there. And there's so much more I'd be happy to say as a little more time goes on, as far as just what I'll be willing to share and put forward, and many more things I'm going to say and do for the future. So I'm just always glad that you all come on to see these videos, and hoping that in the future with my new equipment, videos might be able to come out a little bit better for the time, and that it's all just going to work a little better for us and for you and for many who come to view this channel. So that's how much I really kind of felt like I needed to say today, and kind of get a little word out and spread a little news as to what's going to be and how it's going to be, as far as how the little time is coming along. And on Tuesday I have an appointment. It's kind of a catch-up appointment with a doctor, and forgot to put it on my calendar, but got a call about it yesterday, so we're getting little things taken care of here. Grateful for that, and getting things done the best of that way we need them to be, and all the things we say in life that really mean so much to us and to other people. I want to say that I'm excited for the new year. We've kind of got some things to happen and things to know. I'll tell you all a little bit more as I go on, but I even have some plans. They're not definite yet, but I'll share with them more with you in the future. Thank you for coming on and watching, and take care.